going to be part of an expanded health report, I'm told. Like, there's so much happening. This is really confusing. There is so much happening at the ABC at the moment, like this week, that it's hard to keep up. And I'm not entirely confident I am keeping up, but I'll try for your sake. So he's going to come on at 9 a.m. And in fact, what is now Blueprint for Living with Jonathan Green is moving back to 1 o'clock, and there's a few changes. But look, the global roaming is something I've wanted to do for a long time to make foreign affairs better covered in Australia, which is what I've tried to do on Saturday Extra with my once a month a foreign affairs segment, where we gather three people to make foreign affairs as much of a water cooler conversation as bushfires or something. Like I just think Australia's become far too insular, and the ABC used to do this more, and the ABC has been going through a period where it's been, well, I think almost ambivalent about whether it was worth the money. The overseas networks are a lot of money to maintain. This is our sort of standard coverage. We've still got our standard radio coverage, but television, I think, has been more ambivalent about current foreign affairs, and quite frankly, I think people like SBS have eaten our lunch at times. I really do. So I've been sort of had this dream to make foreign affairs sort of, because I do think radio still leads. I think radio is the sort of engine room of creativity in the ABC, and to get sort of, I feel that we are now making progress again there, and the fact that they're prepared to back Hamish and me to do this program, which will, it's got this tag digital first. We've got to make it as if for a podcast, but it'll go to air as well, which is exactly what Radio 4 is doing very successfully in the BBC. They had a policy. I mean, broadcasters everywhere are just in utter turbulence about the arrival of the digital world, how we satisfy it properly, how we satisfy a younger generation who seems to be much, much more attuned to a digital world. Doesn't mean they're not attuned to an institution, but they've got to be almost massaged into that institution, in our case called the ABC. So what the BBC did a lot more is actually make sure that if they did a lot of podcasts, they've done quite a lot more formal podcasts than, in a way, we've gone more to hearing lots of new voices. The BBC's had, say, Jeremy Bowen, their Middle East editor. They've packaged up a whole lot of his marvellous material over many years and taken him back and produced him well to a more authoritative podcast. And then they've played that free to air, if you see what I'm trying to say. I've got more of a podcast audience now for Saturday Extra, just over, than free to air. And in fact, quite a lot of the ABC radio shows now, I think it was this year that it tipped over that 50% balance. And the view is that this is just going to hurry on now, really hurry on. So we have got this brief to do this new thing called global roaming, where we'll pick a big topic a week and wrestle with it with a bit of fun, probably